everybody, welcome back to my vlog channel. I know it's been a minute. That means it's been a while since we were together last because I've been so busy working on DIYs for the main channel that I haven't been on here for like ever. I think the Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby hauls were the last things. But what I wanted to do on tonight, as I kind of mentioned it, and you guys change it if you're not interested in medicine or how I do my medicine, or a little bit of life story. But I'm going to share with you my medicine, what I take, and the procedures for loading up your pill container. So the first thing I wanted to tell you was a little background. Sorry, I made a noisy bag. What I wanted to tell you really quick was a little background. Okay, so background to my life. Those of you who do not know, but I'm pretty sure most of you do know, that I ran a group home for women with developmental disabilities. Actually, one time I was the assistant manager at a house for men, so it really wasn't just about women. But I managed group homes and day facilities, which we used to call them day habs, day habilitation sites. Basically, when an individual ages out of the school system, usually at 21 years old on Long Island, after they've graduated from high school, where do they go? So what we did was we had these little sites that were in strip malls mostly, because the strip malls are essentially located usually around food, restaurants and stuff. So what they would do is it was community inclusion, and what they do is the individuals would come to the program at like around 7:30. They'd stay till about 2:30, depending on the program. Different times, different. But the ones that I worked at, they would really be there from like 8 to 2 would be our billable hours. And what we would do is we would do all kinds of habilitation things with them. So some of them were learning occupational therapy things like tying their shoes, writing their names. Some were learning computer skills. Some were learning socialization skills. Some were learning communication skills. But what they were doing for the community part was they were volunteering in the community, delivering Meals on Wheels, volunteering at local hospitals, volunteering at local nursery, not even just local, but nursing homes. We had a big facility out in Suffolk County that we used to go to. Quite a few hub sites went to. And what they would do is they would transport. It was a very large nursing facility, nursing home, excuse me, like for seniors. And what we do is we would get a list, and maybe you were working beauty parlor, and then you would take your group, and they would go and pick up the individuals who had appointments at the beauty parlor that day. I feel like this vlog is going to be about AHRC and not about medicine. But what we do is, that's better. We would take the individuals to either some of them went to chapel or to temple, and to a lot of them went to recreation stuff. So anyway, that's one of the things, few of the jobs that we would do out in the community. This site in East Meadow, it is East Meadow, right? It's not Hicksville. Is it the site in Hicksville? The site in East Meadow. Where is? I just had a complete 100% brain fart. I apologize. The site, oh no, the site in East Meadow had an art program where actually painting was taught, and collage, and like they had an art gallery and everything. This site in Hicksville had a thrift store where they would just collect donations from community or staff or whoever, and they would just have basically a local thrift store. So it's just a lot of really wonderful programs that the individuals would learn. Some were learning how to go ahead and get jobs out in the community. Some were learning how to live independently on their own. My best buddy, Michelle, became the state of New York's self-advocate of the year. Hi Lizzie, if you're watching. We have been working together since 2003. Yes, I think 2003. She'll tell you the exact date when she met me. But anyway, I say all that to tell you that there was a very involved medical class. It was called AMAP, and it lasted, the first time you took AMAP, it lasted a week of every day, 40 hours. But then when you refreshed it, it was like an all-day refresher. Then you got tested again. I always got 100. I'm not bragging. I'm not bragging. It was just a badge of honor that I wore. But I always got 100 on my test. The only time I ever got a question wrong, actually, I take that back. It wasn't a question wrong. I take that back. It was 100 on the test. The only thing that I ever had, I had a problem when the first test was, they said, which one of these is the temperature? 98.6, 97.6, or 99.6. And I said, well, they're all temperatures. You meant elevated temperature, irregular temperature, or fever. So that was just me being a smart hiney. But it's something I take pride in. So one of the things that I wanted to show you tonight was not only what medicines I take and why, but how I like to fill my combler. And no, this is not called a combler in the real world. This is called a pill container. But if you watch me, I've said to you lots of times that I love Peter and Mary over at the Fry Life, and Mary calls hers comblers, and we've started calling them comblers here at the Henson household. So this is so old. The reason I love this kind is because I can pop the day out and put it in my glucometer and stick it in my purse. So I make sure I have my meds for the day. I only take AM and PM meds. I know some people take them 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day. But I only take AM and PM meds, and so does Jim. Jim's got a gigantic combler. He likes this one. It's got kind of push buttons, and it opens, like you can open the doors this way. He did almost perfect this week. A lot of times he does forget his morning meds, and he did on Saturday, but he did almost perfect this week, so I'm going to give Jim a big round of applause. So this is Jim's and this is mine. Distinguish between AM and PM. I've been using this so long, but I can tell you that the PM is the blue and the AM is the green. But if I had my eyes closed, I could tell you, because there's 2 dots on the PM and 1 dot on the AM in Braille. So let's get right down to it. The first, as far as other medicines are concerned, I always keep the large container of Tums there. You gotta have commons, even though it's in a peanut jar. My baby powder, as well as Chloraseptic. One of the side effects of nasal spray, allergy medicine, sometimes is you can get a dry throat. That's why we have the humidifier, but when that isn't enough, or if allergies are really overriding both medicines, sometimes I'll need Chloraseptic to just relieve throat pain. I also keep in the drawer sugar-free cough drops. I like cherry. I'm not telling you, this is not sponsored. Like I said, just store brand is what I get, sugar-free cherry cough drops. Jim likes the honey lemon ones. He also has his Chloraseptic there. It's honey lemon. I've got the cherry Chloraseptic. You could tell we're of 2 different places. He hates cherry everything. And what does he keep by his bedside table that I don't? He also always keeps a jar of Vicks at his bedside table. He has a Vicks inhaler like this. This is the one from the Dollar Tree. I'll review it really quickly. It's okay. It's in a pinch, especially. It's not as good as the Vicks one. It doesn't seem like it has the mentholatum. I feel like it's just eucalyptus. Like, it really, you know what it reminds me of? It smells like wax lips taste. Does that make sense? Do you guys know what I mean? Or those wax soda bottles? I know I didn't really stick that up my nose, so I'm sorry. So that's everything. I hope this was a super long video, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. I hope you guys have learned something. I was able to teach you something at least. The other things that I keep on my bedside table is toothpicks, gum, my brush, and my blood pressure monitor. I don't have high blood pressure regularly, but the last week or so, I have been higher. I believe, in my personal opinion, I believe that I actually was having a severe allergy attack to the smoke in the house. Yes, Mom does smoke in the house. It's Mom's house. But even if it wasn't Mom's house, I would still let her smoke in the house, because I love her, and if this is what it takes to make her happy, to live with her, then this is what it's gonna take. We've tried e-cigarettes, we've tried gum, we've tried all the things. She's tried many different things, and just things don't necessarily, it doesn't keep for her. And at her age, I don't want her to be miserable the last 4, 5, 7, 12, however many years she's got left. I hate for her to be miserable. So anyway, because it's the winter time and it's been so cold, I haven't really been able to open the house up at all, that I was having severe allergy attacks from the smoke, and it was making my blood pressure go up. I felt really weird about it, and it was really like the first time that I know of that I had an allergy reaction that actually affected other systems in me. Which was unusual, strange, and crazy at the same time. But that being said, I keep this by my bedside just in case. I don't know where you guys do. My nightstand has 3 drawers, but I really only use the top one. Jim's nightstand doesn't have a drawer. It has like a cubby and then like a door underneath with like a basket of stuff. And then just stuff that's like, could be totally random. A nail kit, because you come on laying in bed at night and you have like a hangnail, so you're like, hand me the cuticle ever. You know, like crazy stuff like that. Remote controls and extra batteries and stuff like that. So I always keep the box of tissues. And yes, a mirror. No, that mirror is not to look at myself, because if I want to look at myself, I will just look at myself. That mirror is because I sleep on my stomach. What? What do you say? How does that mean? Why do you need a mirror? Because you sleep on your stomach. I sleep on my stomach, and I have to fall asleep to watching TV. And I don't always have to. There's just many nights where I need to. I lived most of my childhood in the living room with my 60, 70-year-old grandmother who watched TV all through the night. My mother watched TV all through the night. So I literally cannot... There are times when I cannot fall asleep unless there's a TV on, which, as I know, is so counterproductive to sleep with the blue light and everything. But so this mirror is actually so I could watch TV while I lay on my stomach. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm not saying that I'm not crazy. You guys know that I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm nuts. But anyhow. So that is everything. I hope that this was fun and informative. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I take and why. Hopefully I was clear with everything. If there's anything that I feel like I skipped over, I will totally let you guys know in the comments. Just to let me know down there. And if you... if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share with everybody. If you know somebody who subscribes to the other channel and not this one, definitely let them know to pop over here and say hi and hit that subscribe button. I'd love to hear from them. And like, if you're here new and you haven't hit subscribed yet, please do. Hit the little button right there, and when you do, a little bell will pop up. When you ring that bell, YouTube will let you know whenever I upload a new video. And I'm so happy that I don't have brown elbows. But I am starting to get a little dry patch there. My mom and my sister Alicia, no, I love you, Alicia, but they have like genetically like scaly elbows, and I've always been so proud of the fact that I don't have scaly elbows. But I am getting and it's not a callousy, but it's like dry skin. I'm getting dry skin there and dry skin there. It's so odd. But anyhow. And as always, you take care. God bless. And we'll see you next time. Bye. So much static electricity. So much static electricity. Can you imagine if we didn't have the humidifier in here? How bad would it truly be? I really feel like it's this brush. I feel like something happened to this brush. Do you guys know the tip about putting a dryer sheet on your brush? There's a few life hacks out there, but you take a dryer sheet and you push it over the bristles and stuff, and then what that does for you is not only Doesn't cut the static electricity down, but it's easier to clean your brush off when you're done, because then you just pull the dryer sheet off. Oh. But I was working a lot today. And hi everybody. I was working a lot today and I feel like I didn't even get a chance to brush my hair yet. And I've just come to bed. Because why not brush your hair when you're ready to come to bed? Hi everybody.